Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of the Velvet Lounge Life, and I am going to update you guys on our worldwide community tribute Charmstring project, and this will be an enormous update. So, one of my challenges was trying to figure out how to display this to update you guys versus when it's actually installed so that it can be, shown, displayed, shared, if you will, for the holiday season. And of course, after that, depending upon how the world pans out and if people agree to wear masks, wash their hands, social distance, all of the things that we should be doing to protect each other, that has put a stall in the tour for this beautiful work of art, if I must say so myself, even though I did create it. But I couldn't do it without all of you that donated to this project or contributed to it, and those people that gave me excellent ideas that I was able to incorporate, even if I had already started, obviously, the project. There were people that gave me ideas afterwards that helped make things easier for the continuation of the work that I did on this. Now, I have a really large announcement to make, and I will make it in this video. It might be very shocking to some people, and you can try to guess what it is now, but I will not reveal that until later on. So look at the banner. If you remember in the previous update that I gave you guys, the banner was about the size of the Charmstring when it was twirled around in a circle. Well, it's so large now that twirling it around in a circle doesn't work. And obviously the banner is dwarfed, of course, by the size of the Charmstring, which is awesome. Also, I still have to weigh this, but oh my goodness, does it have some weight to it, which is so exciting. And look at this, the little name tags. I have some on this end, and on the other end I will show you as well. So first thing is first, most important to me anyway, is to give you guys a little look-see at some of the people that donated to this project. And I will take you up and down each side. Hopefully you see your name. And actually, I will even go over each section twice because I want to make sure you see your name. And there are definitely some very special, very sweet and kind people that decided a unity project by some little lady in New England was important enough for them to be a part of, and I really appreciate that because I honestly wasn't sure I would have very many people who would even care. And as you can see, several people actually cared. I only had 2 people that did not want to be mentioned, but I want them to know you are in my heart and you are in this project. And we will go over the measurements. I can give you, I guess, a tour up and down these strands. And I am in our game room, so yes, over there is a lighting rig and other stuff, but this was the only room that made sense because the counter, or the bar, if you will, is very long. So let's get down to some serious business. So how long is this Charmstring? And I hope I'm not giving you vertigo by going back and forth like this. Well, this one, a single strand, so just to let you see, starting at the number, actually pull it up a little bit, starting at the number 1, this counter is, I believe it's it's close to 8 feet long, but for the Charmstring, it went from 1 inch to 7 feet 9 inches. That's just for a single strand. So now, how many strands do I have? And if you take that number, multiply it times the number of strands, it will let you know approximately how long this is. Okay, give or take an inch or two, because obviously the curve points here probably equal an inch or two themselves for some pieces of this charm string. But guess. So what is your guess? How many feet do you believe this charm string to be? And I will even stand here to get another shot. So you can see it goes all the way down the counter, give or take probably 4 or 5 inches on each end. Well, not each end, but in total. So, and then you could see end points. Does this part cross over? Nope, not crossing over. Right down there is an end point right there, which I am working on. You guys, I am still working on this charm string. So one of the things I will reveal right now at this moment, it's not done. It's not finished. Initially, if you remember, we had a goal of, I believe it was 50 inches to start, and then it went to 55 inches. And now I'm going to give you a moment to guess how long this is. Okay, so this charm string is over 77 feet long. There are 10 strands plus an extra piece down here on this end. So if you take 10 times 7, that's 70. And then, of course, adding on the additional footage there, it's about 7 feet of extra footage. So we have about 77 feet of charm string. And if I was lay it out totally flat, you know, we probably could get another maybe foot out of that. Because obviously, like I said, the curves right here take up, obviously, an inch. Like this probably takes up 3 inches. That might be about 1.5 inches. And this is probably less than that. So yes, you guys, technically, not only has the goal been met, it has been exceeded. And as I stated, I am currently working on another segment for this particular charm string project, because now my goal is 100 feet. I am going to do it. Why? One reason is because there was someone who donated about 12 to 15 pounds of buttons, good ones also. There's metals, there's some moon glows, there's plastics of every single type of plastic you can imagine, cloth, etc. So I am able to create something that has variety to it, plus using my own collection. As you guys know, that's how this started, and which is a large majority of what this project is, in addition to some contributions from all of the people I showed you on those tags. So is there still time to donate? Absolutely. I will be working on this until almost December 25th. Now that date might be reined in, pulled in a little bit, so I might not go completely out to December 25th or 24th, I should say. I'm not going to work on this on Christmas. Sorry about that. But definitely when I hit that 100-foot mark, that's probably it. And like I said, the goal is, this is a unity project to bring people from all around the world, especially here in the United States, together for a common good, just to show that one teeny tiny button, one broken necklace, or whatever bit and bob that you want to contribute to this at a time, we could come together, sending this stuff to this little lady in Connecticut to put it all together and bring some sort of peace, happiness, a common goal, something we can look forward to, something hopefully we're excited about. And after everything has opened up to a point of safety, the goal has been, and we've had interest in having this be displayed in libraries with a story about the year 2020, and most importantly, also about the world of buttons, and also for school kids to be able to experience and understand that, you know, you can make a difference one teeny tiny little thing at a time, even if others find zero value in it. There are people who will appreciate it, especially when you bring it all together. It becomes something greater than its little tiny self. And yeah, so that's where we are. So let's do a little walk up and down again, but much slower, obviously, this time, of this Charmstring. And I will, you know, point out a few things, not very many, because there's a lot. Let's pull that in a little bit so that you're not like saying, wow, that's really in my eye sockets. Is that better? I think so. So as you can see, there are buttons of every single type. There are, like, this is from a necklace that I had that I never wore, so I deconstructed it. There's something really cute I have to show you from a friend, Ms. Jilly Bean. Look at that cute little angel in there with its sparkly wings. That's actually a novelty button. And, oh, let's not forget this cute little sheep. And it's a dangler. Its little legs actually dangle, which is cute. And that's a button as well. So all sorts of buttons. This was something that was in my mother's repertoire of bits and bobs. And Susie is very present in this. Giles had a bunch of single cufflinks that were donated or contributed, if you will, to this project. And let's see what else I can show you in here. I don't know why I'm in this narrow space. I'm going to go back. I'm behind the bar, even though it's really not a narrow space, but I could have picked a better position. And hello, I had to, you know, the loop. I've had that forever. I had it in my jar. I actually keep a jar of bits and bobs so that when I make charm strings, especially for other people, I have something maybe in there that reminds me of them that I could use for that project. Plus, you can use like bits and bobs for other projects. This is a giraffe in sterling silver, part of my mother's repertoire again. And when I end, like when I come to the end of like part of creating this where I'm going to connect, this is a connecting point. That's why I have this decorative pin here, and I will connect the remainder of a charm. I'm already working on a segment that I will actually attach there. And I want to give an extra special thank you to Pat. Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. And there was an idea, which I think is absolutely supreme, prime. And I am going to look at the buttons that are left over from this project, and we will be contributing some of them to another project that's nothing to do with any project I'm working on. And those buttons will be sent to a special organization, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, especially when the box is ready to be shipped out. So the gift of giving goes on and on. And look at this leaf, absolutely a stunner, #1 superstar. I don't know if you can see that clear enough. There you go. Susie, you know who you are. Super awesome lady. Another person who is definitely a supporter of this channel. So if you're not, all you have to do to support the channel is please subscribe. So click the subscribe button And of course, comment, ask questions. Like, the more engaged you are, the better. But even if you only give a thumbs up, that is just so appreciated, as well as subscribing. When we reach that 1,000 subscribers, we're going to have so much fun giving stuff away. But we are not there yet. We are at, I believe, 660 plus. So, you know, please be part of the party. It costs you nothing to click the subscribe button. It's completely free. You know, we put out content pretty often, and the way that, you know, viewers can help us out is simply by subscribing and by, like I said, giving us a thumbs up or leaving a comment. So as you guys can see, this Charmstring has a little bit of everything. And yes, I have 2 hole buttons, 4 hole buttons. I have 1 6-hole button that I put in here somewhere pretty early on. I have all sorts of bits and bobs, and my limit on using bits and bobs was 2 pounds. I actually could use another ½ pound of bits and bobs, believe it or not, because the majority of this, of course, are the buttons, because hello, those are the stars. And you can see that there are all sorts of buttons in here. And yes, this strand, which is very long, I think this strand itself is maybe 15 feet long, maybe, is just a strand of a large variety of Waterbury Button Company buttons, as you guys know, one of my favorite buttoneers. And also something to be on the lookout for. Oh, and look, this is from that same necklace. See, there's one there and there's one there. Is I have a series of videos that are all about different button types. So each video will concentrate only on one button type. The first button type I'm going to cover is, or are, is it is or are? Well, it's a Cult Button Company. Well, that's actually Cult Plastics Division. And they actually made buttons of all different colors, shapes, sizes. And yes, Colt Firearms is the owner of that organization, or used to be. They no longer are part of the Colt organization. But the buttons were made by a company that used to make things for guns and make guns. So sometimes diversifying your business is very unique. But yes, that's where I am with this thus far. I hope that this was the type of update you're looking for. If you're looking for anything else, more information, please, first of all, look down in the description as well as the comments of this video. And remember, you can also reach out to me. My mailing address is in there. Yes, I love receiving mail and cards. It's so much fun. And also gives me that little chutzpah that I need to keep going, creating these videos and loving each and every one of you. Hoping that you guys are being safe. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. And yes, I know it looks different this year, but remember, it's better to have your people, your person alive on this earth above ground versus getting together in large groups and losing people, because they will never possibly see next Thanksgiving or even Christmas. So, and it's a real situation. I have lots of family that works as professionals in the medical field as well as in law enforcement, and it is a really sad story. And also it helps protect them because they're putting their lives on the line. They didn't sign up to do jobs where they didn't have the appropriate equipment or where people just didn't care to do the right things. But at the end of the day, just remember that your health is your wealth, and without your health, you have absolutely nothing.